The IPL is here and it's time for my 11 Circle fantasy pick on ESPN Cricinfo. Let's build our fantasy team for the opening game between Mumbai and Chennai. I'm Rana Kapoor. Joining me shortly, Sanjay, Manjrekar and Tom Moody. Let's go to our pro tip before I get Sanjay and Tom's thoughts on this cracking opening fixture of IPL 2020. And we all know the head-to-head record. Mumbai have the wood over Chennai. They've won 8 out of their last 10 games against MS Dhoni's side. So our pro tip suggests to pick as many players in your fantasy team from Mumbai. Sanjay, does that go down well with you?
Depends on the pitch as well, because if it's going to be a typical slow turning pitch, then you might want to have somebody from CSK as well. Some of their players who are very good on those kind of pitches.
I think what our viewers would look for, Tom, is if you can pick a favorite, then it would make sense to pick as many players from that team. And are Mumbai overwhelming favorites?
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? If we're believing Mumbai are the favourites, you're expecting some of their key players to really cash in with plenty of runs, wickets and catches. So, I think Mumbai are favourites, so I'd be picking quite a few of them.
Let's see how many make our team, and we'll see whether Tom and Sanjay have any more options that they'd like to throw in. So let's get into our team. Before that, quick reminder on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team. 4 categories of players to pick from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers and all-rounders. Every player's individual credit value is listed on the app. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest, and we'll throw in 4 substitute options in addition to the 11 in just a bit. Let's go to our top picks. Our captain choice is going to be Rohit Sharma. We're backing Mumbai Indians. We're backing Rohit Sharma, who's also on the eve of this tournament, to confirm that he will continue to open for his side. He scored just 405 runs last season by his high standards. You think that's below par, but after a much-needed break, we're backing someone like Rohit to have a big season for MI. Our vice-captain choice is Surya Kumar Yadav. You might think it's a peculiar one, but he tends to enjoy playing against CSK, does Surya Yadav. 145 runs at a strike rate of 128 last season against Chennai. He was a standout player against Dhoni's side, including a 71 not out in qualifier number 1. What could be a similar surface to what we've seen in Chennai, we're picking Surya Kumar Yadav as our vice-captain. Captain gives you double the points and vice-captain 1.5 times the points, so pick them very carefully. We've gone for Rohit and Surya Kumar Yadav. Among our top picks, Kieron Pollard. He comes off a fantastic CPL and is the leader of a standout team in CPL 2020. Won games from tough situations. We also know that Pollard contributed in crunch situations with bat, managed 200 plus runs, average of over 50, staggering strike rate of over 200. Imran Tahir and Ambati Raidu among our top picks as well. So let's get some CSK players involved too. Tahir had an excellent CPL too, finished as the 3rd highest wicket taker. Economy was under 6. And Ambati Raidu, in the absence of Suresh Raina, we think is a big player for the Chennai Super Kings. Can he reproduce some of the form he's had at the top of the order in recent seasons of CSK? We'll find out. Our top picks, a reminder: Rohit Sharma as captain, Surya Kumar Yadav is vice-captain, Kieron Pollard, Imran Tahir and Ambati Raidu. Tom, happy with those as our top picks?
Yeah, I think they're all pretty sound picks. I think, all those points are valid. The one thing I would say is I think someone like a Hardik Pandya, being an all-rounder, is someone that definitely you should be looking to consider, because contribution with bat and ball is going to be important. And he also does field in key positions, so he might be taking a few catches.
I'm sure we'll find room for Hardik Pandya. Sanjay, what do you make of our top picks, especially the call of Rohit as captain?
Yeah, I think it's a good one, but maybe one thing that you could look at is that, Harbhajan Singh is not playing for CSK, and CSK are looking at 3 left-handers in the top 6 for MI, so they might look to play Imran Tahir and get him to bowl his googly. So, yeah, Imran Tahir is a good choice, despite Chawla being there in the squad.
All right, brilliant. Let's go to our differential player that we think everyone's not got their eyes on, but could make a telling difference in this one. And Nathan Coulter-Nile has been drafted into the Mumbai Indians squad, and he does have a good season and is fit and raring to go. You know that Coulter-Nile can have an impact at the top and tail of the innings. We look at him as a dark horse in this side, and we look at his numbers at an economy of 7.02 in the IPL in the power play, 7.21 in the middle overs, and an impressive strike rate too of just under 14. So Nathan Coulter-Nile is our recommended differential player. If we look at our full team, we pick Quinton de Kock as the keeper option, which means no room for MS Dhoni. I wonder what Tom and Sanjay make of that. Rohit Sharma as captain, Faf du Plessis, Surya Kumar Yadav, Ambati Raidu, Hardik Pandya, who Tom recommends highly, and Kieron Pollard also make our team. So too does Jasprit Bumrah, Imran Tahir, Deepak Chahar, and Nathan Cole tonight. We've got a few substitutes there as well. Lungi Ngidi, Shane Watson, Dwayne Bravo, and Rahul Chahar. Now let's see if Tom or Sanjay would recommend any swaps from those subs, someone you'd like in the 11. Sanjay?
Yeah, I'm a little amazed that you've gone for keeper option of Quinton de Kock instead of Dhoni, because Dhoni is likely to play a crucial role in these kind of conditions as a batsman and keeper as well. There's going to be a lot of spin, but then you guys have always been anti-Dhoni, so it doesn't surprise me.
You or us. All right, let's go to Tom Moody. Tom.
Yeah. Look, I'm not anti-Dhoni. I'm a huge Dhoni fan, but I quite like the choice of Quinton de Kock because he is going to open the batting, so he's going to face plenty of balls, and if he gets in, he'll get a big score, and obviously he'll be still playing a key role behind the stumps. So I see the sense in it.
All right, I tell you what, fantasy does allow you to pick 2 wicket keepers. So why don't you find room for both MS Dhoni and Quinton de Kock in your final 11? More from Tom Moody and
a dark horse.
Yeah, you could have Ishan Kishan in there as a potential differential player. Thank you to Sanjay and Tom. More from them as the IPL 2020 kicks off. And of course, make sure you look at the final 11s before confirming your fantasy team, especially ahead of the first games for every side. We'll be back with plenty more analysis, data, and expert opinion for you on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo.